Welcome to this explainer. Look, you're building something. You've got the ambition, the grit, the vision, but let's be real, growth takes cash. If you're running a small business in India, you already know that hunting for the right funding can literally feel like one is blindfolded. But here's the good news. The government knows that micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, are the absolute backbone of the economy. You guys drive innovation, you drive GDP, so they've rolled out a highly targeted toolkit of schemes for 2026. In this explainer, we're going to decode that entire toolkit. We're skipping the jargon and zeroing in on the specific, collateral-free, and subsidized funding paths that are built exactly for your business's size and goals.
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. First up, the MSME Funding Challenge. 2. Microloans for starting up. 3. Scaling and upgrading operations. 4. Specialized support in exports. 5. The Gateway, UJAM registration. And finally, applying for your scheme. Don't worry, this alphabet soup of schemes is categorized perfectly for exactly where your business is at right now.
Section 1. The MSME Funding Challenge, or Why Getting a Loan Feels Impossible.
Seriously, why is it so incredibly hard for small businesses to just get a traditional loan? If you've ever sat across the desk from a loan officer and felt completely dismissed, trust me, you are not alone. The thing is, traditional lenders look for exactly what small businesses usually lack. You probably don't have massive physical assets lying around to put up as collateral, right? You might have a shorter business history, and obviously your cash flows might be kind of unpredictable from month to month. Traditional credit systems totally penalize this. But this is exactly why government intervention matters so much. By offering subsidies, interest support, and collateral-free options, the government is essentially stepping in to absorb that risk for you. They're actively creating a vital level playing field so you actually have a genuine chance to survive and scale.
All right, Section 2. Microloans for starting up, fueling your first steps.
Let's start with the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, or PMMY. And this brilliantly illustrates how the government has tiered early-stage borrowing to match your precise needs, completely collateral-free. If you're literally just starting out, the Shushu tier offers up to 50,000 rupees. Finding your footing, Keyshore gives you up to 5 lakh. And if you're really ready to push further, Tarun offers between 5 and 10 lakh rupees. It's wildly popular because it directly serves small traders, grassroots vendors, and the self-employed with a super simplified application.
Next up, the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, PMGEP for short. This one's a credit-linked subsidy scheme. What you need to know are the limits, up to 25 lakh for the manufacturing sector and up to 10 lakh for services. But honestly, the real magic here is the subsidy. Depending on your category and location, the government actually provides a subsidy between 15% and 35%. That massively reduces your initial financial burden if you're a first-time founder.
Then we have Stand Up India. This is a really powerful initiative focused specifically on promoting entrepreneurship among women and founders from SC and ST categories. The funding here is no joke. We're talking 10 lakh all the way up to 1 crore rupees, covering up to 85% of your project cost. And to make sure this actually helps you rather than just adding stress, it offers repayment tenures stretching up to 7 years.
And to make sure absolutely no one is left behind, there's PMSVANDI. This is all about inclusivity right at the grassroots level. It targets street vendors and the smallest micro-entrepreneurs, handing out small-ticket loans up to 50,000 rupees for that all-important working capital. It even throws in digital transaction incentives to encourage businesses to formalize.
Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds, scaling and upgrading operations, taking your business to the next level.
5 crore rupees. Let that number sink in. This is the massive limit available under the CGTMSE, that's the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. If your business is ready for serious growth, but you just don't have the physical assets for collateral, this is it. The government essentially guarantees your loan against defaults, which encourages banks to lend you up to 5 crore rupees, completely collateral-free. It literally removes the biggest traditional roadblock to scaling up. Now, what if scaling means you need to upgrade your machinery? Enter the Credit-Linked Capital Subsidy Scheme, or CLCS. This gives you a 15% upfront capital subsidy on eligible finance. So if you're in manufacturing and you need modern equipment or tech upgrades to stay competitive, this directly slashes your capital investment costs. It's an absolute game changer for productivity. And for those of you looking for structured funding that goes a bit beyond a standard business loan, check out the SIDBI Soft Loan Fund, specifically the SMILE initiative.
This is the perfect source of patient capital. We're talking soft loan repayment terms, long tenures with moratoriums, meaning a nice grace period before you pay back the principal, and preferential financing aimed squarely at expansion.
Section 4. Specialized support and exports. Competing on the global stage.
So, if you're looking to expand internationally, the government has specific export-focused credit support packages for you. These market access and export support schemes include things like interest subvention, which is just a fancy way of saying they reduce your interest rate to lower your cost of borrowing. They also offer dedicated collateral support for MSMEs engaged in exports. The whole point is to drastically lower your borrowing costs so you can fiercely compete in global markets.
Section 5. The Gateway. UDIAM registration. Unlocking your benefits.
Please, whatever you do, don't look at UDIAM registration as just another bureaucratic chore. So the crucial point is this is the absolute master key. You need this to unlock the rest of the 2026 government toolkit we've been talking about. Beyond just loans, it gives you preferential treatment in public procurement, access to government tenders, tax exemptions, the whole shebang. It's your fundamental first step.
Section 6. Applying for your scheme. Turning knowledge into action.
The biggest question we always get is, can I apply for more than one of these? The answer is a resounding yes. As long as you meet the specific criteria for each scheme, you can definitely access multiple forms of support. But, huge caveat here, you absolutely cannot receive double funding for the exact same expense or project. You've got to be strategic about which scheme funds which part of your growth.
So how do you apply without losing your mind? Well, the days of running between bank branches with giant stacks of paper are pretty much over. Most of these schemes can be accessed efficiently through official government portals like the UDIAM or PMEGPE portals. Plus, private lenders, NBFCs, and digital fintech platforms are totally stepping up now. They can actually help you figure out your eligibility and sort your documentation entirely online.
Now, what's really interesting to take away here is that these schemes are not just handouts. They're strategic investments. From micro-enterprises to growing MSMEs, these loan schemes help businesses manage cash flow, invest in growth, and improve competitiveness. Whether you need 50 grand to smooth out unpredictable cash flow or a 5-core collateral-free guarantee to double your manufacturing floor, the government has basically built a risk-sharing engine to sharpen your competitive edge. We've mapped out the toolkit. We've seen how collateral barriers are being smashed and technology upgrades are getting subsidized. It is time to stop stressing over traditional credit limitations that honestly weren't built for you in the first place. So, which of these 9 schemes will be the crucial catalyst for your business growth this year? The tools are right there on the table, just waiting for you to pick them up. Thanks for hanging out with me for this